Jake Frey runs as a Democrat, yet 28% of his donors in 2024 were Republican. And although he says he opposes Trump, the same people who vote for Trump are donating to Frey's current re-election campaign for mayor of Minneapolis. We recently connected with SEIU to give you information on why you shouldn't rank Frey in this upcoming election. Now, we could go into Frey overseeing Derek Chauvin before he murdered George Floyd, Frey saying he ended no-knock warrants, he actually didn't, that led to the police killing of Amir Locke. Frey later on oversaw the cop who killed Amir Locke get promoted. Then when it became public, they ended that promotion. We're not here to talk about any of that. We're here to tell you about housing and labor issues. Right now, Frey's campaign is supported by millionaire Trump supporters. This is important because it explains why Frey has sided with investors over tenants, blocking the right of first refusal ordinance, and blocking a cap on rent. When the city gets more expensive, guess who profits from it? Frey said he'd end homelessness in 5 years, but that statement was 8 years ago. Since then, he spent millions bulldozing houseless encampments and paving cement over them. Oh, in that ad Frey ran of him supporting programs to end youth homelessness, he vetoed the budget for that same program. Frey's MAGA donors and corporate supporters don't stop at housing. They also push an agenda to keep working people from having a voice. 2024, Frey vetoed the creation of a labor standards board, which was intended to give workers a formal voice in the city's labor policy. However, Frey wanted the board to be structured in such a way that businesses had veto power or could block initiatives which would dilute worker representation and influence. And some of you may be like, what is a labor standards board? It's a means to preventing a race to the bottom for businesses to lower labor standards. The standards board empowers workers, ensuring fair competition. To add on to all of this, in 2023, Frey vetoed Uber Lyft driver protections passed by the city council, siding with corporate gig platforms. Now, on the other end of all of this is Omar Fateh. He passed state legislation protecting Uber and Lyft drivers, ensuring minimum pay and basic protections. And unlike Frey, Fateh supports the Labor Standards Board, as well as wage increases, fair scheduling, and vigorous enforcement against wage theft. Back to housing, Fateh supports the right of first refusal and a tenant opportunity to purchase act, which increases community control over housing. And instead of prioritizing encampment sweeps, Fateh has a housing first approach and a public health centered response to unsheltered homelessness. And lastly, Omar Fateh supports strong rent stabilization, including a 3% cap on rent increases and no loopholes for developers. This election, you have the option to not rank Frey and be a voter for candidates who actually care about workers and renters and don't prioritize Trump donors and corporate millionaires over the people.